All right, happy Thursday. Welcome to the Elite Training. Today I had a request from one of our agents. She wants to learn a little bit more about the member benefits with Foresters and what type of product they use. So we're gonna spend some time going over that today. One thing I love about Foresters is that one, they have a long history. They're over 100 years old. They originally started from Canada, but in the US sector, business is like 10 times bigger than the Canada side. So US is their dominant business. And I would say they have some incredible member benefits that clients really appreciate. And when you are selling a life insurance policy and showing them different products, you want to give them some added value so that the client feels like, wow, I'm getting a really good deal for the amount of premium that they're paying. And so let me share my screen. So we're in HQ right now. And if you are a contracted agent with Symmetry, you should have access to this website. And on the left side, you're going to go to Sales Tools, click Carriers and Products. And when you scroll down, there's Carriers. You can click Explore Now. And Foresters Financial, you click Info. And for you to go to their website, you just click Agent Login to get there. Now, let's stay here for a second. When an agent comes in and they want to learn about different products with a particular carrier, I highly recommend you to start in hq.quility.com. You go to Sales Tools and go to Carriers and Products and click Carriers, and it's going to tell you all about the Foresters or any other carriers. One of the things that I really like about Foresters also is that they just updated one of a few of their products regarding IT clients. So let's just say client doesn't have uh, a social security, but they still are looking for life insurance. Then we can go ahead and utilize some of the Foresters products to help those clients. And as you can see, what are some of the things that we're looking for? So minimum, the client has to live in the United States at the time of the application and for the past 3 years. So if they live for more than 3 years, they could potentially qualify for this. Also, U.S. state issued driver's license or state issued license or a valid passport from an eligible country. If they have that, and a lot of my clients who are here illegally, they still have driver's license. So if they have that, that's awesome because they can at least identify the client. And another thing is be a citizen from an eligible country. So if you have a client that moved 3 years ago, they came from another country, they're a citizen there, and they're just here, and they don't have a status here yet. As long as they have an IT number, we could get them potentially approved with this, as long as their health is good and everything else is good. So are working or retired in the United States and have an IT number and are paying US taxes, own a business or real estate or other assets. So you don't necessarily have to have a business. If they have a bank account open with one of the major banks here in the United States, that will count. Have a US physician. So if they have a doctor that they have seen in the last few years, that's good. And they don't have a social security number. So which products are available? There are products like the Smart UL, which is a non-medical and medical universal life policy. Advantage plus two, this is also a non-med and a medical participating whole life policy. So if a client is doing infinite banking or they wanted to have a whole life policy to use it for debt-free life, our debt helping the client to get out of debt, your term, non-medical, medical, strong foundation. So most of their products are available for the IT clients. The ages are between 18 and 65 and up to $500,000 of coverage per person. So this is something that you should just keep in mind. Keep in mind. And Now, something else I wanted to go over. When you scroll down, you can actually get the details about the Libo Plus product, which is our proprietary Forrester's participating whole life instant decision. It's the only instant decision participating whole life product in the United States right now that goes up to $2 million in death benefit face amount. Why is that significant? Because most of the time, the participating whole life, whether you do it through like popular carriers like Mutual, Trust, Lafayette, and other companies, they have a pretty extensive underwriting and they need to do a blood work, urine work. Whereas this one, you don't have to do that. And it's between 18 and 60 years old, and a non-medical product. And it can be instant decision where a client gets approved in 10, 15 minutes. And the only thing though is it's currently not available in California and New York. And it's not because Foresters doesn't want to offer it in those states. The Division of Insurance has to still approve, and they haven't approved yet. Okay. And then they also have accidental death policies. It's called a Prepare to Accidental Death. So clients who want to get an accidental death policy to cover for $500,000 for like $30, $40 a month, this is a great product. And one thing unique about Foresters is that any product you purchase from Foresters, as long as you qualified and you have an active policy, you get something called the Foresters member benefits. And the Forester's member benefits even comes with accidental death policy. So you could get them a $10, $20 as a month policy, but still get all the member benefits, same as somebody that is paying $2,000 a month policy. Okay. And I'm going to go into the details about what type of benefits clients get after this. The other products that you can also look at, they have a bright feature product guide right here. So this is a children's whole life policy, and I usually recommend this for parents who have a pretty tight budget and they just want to get something in place for their children for insurability and something that just accumulates cash value. And IUL can be amazing, but I usually recommend IUL for the client to pay at least $50 to $100 a month for their future planning. Whereas if the client can only afford $10, $20 a month, then I would just recommend something like this. And the underwriting is a lot easier and a lot more lenient with than IULs. So if let's just say a child had some illnesses that they were diagnosed, but it's not something that's serious, then they could get approved with this. Whereas the IUL might actually disqualify the child. Okay. And the Smart UL. So everything is pretty much in here, and you can take your time to learn about the different products offered by Foresters. Plan Right is their equivalent of a final expense product. So this will be comparable to Mutual of Omaha Living Promise or American Eagle Select, which is our preferred products just because price is one of the lowest in the country. And also, overall, the underwriting and the application process is so easy. Plan Right is a pretty good product, but I wouldn't usually go for this first just because the application process and the underwriting is a little more difficult. And sometimes they do have to do like a phone interview type of thing. So I typically go with the Moo or Americo first. And then the term life option. Foresters has a really strong term option for clients who have some significant health issues. So strong foundation. I really like this product because clients who have diabetes with insulin use, and a lot of the times, once you start being prescribed with insulin, a lot of the insurance companies, they don't accept you for IUL terms, they don't. So this particular product is one of the most lenient term product for diabetics. So you can definitely look at that. It goes up to $500,000, and clients who have some other health issues, such as mild COPD, can potentially get up to $500,000 in coverage. So which is another amazing feature. The other thing about Strong Foundation that I really like is that if you come across a client who doesn't smoke cigarettes, but they still use other tobacco products, such as vaping or chewing tobacco, or a client is smoking like marijuana, or maybe they are doing cigarillos, cigars, something like that. If it's as long as it's not cigarettes, even though it is tobacco, if it's not cigarettes, they will give the client a non-smoker, non-tobacco rating. If it's a cigarette, then they still give the client a smoker rating. But anything other than that, they don't. So if you talk to a client that says, "Oh, I smoke cigar once in a while, or I do vaping, I do cigarillos, or chewing tobacco," then I would recommend this product since the pricing is going to be non tobacco product, which is going to be much cheaper than if you were to put with another carrier, another product as a tobacco user. Your term is also a great product. The underwriting is not as lenient as Strong Foundation. So if a client has health issues, I would recommend you go with Strong Foundation. Pricing is a little higher, but also the underwriting is a lot more lenient, and that's where it's the give and take. And also strong foundation, like clients who have a high A1C level with diabetes, let's just say their A1C is 9, 10, 11, things like that. Then most companies, they don't take the client if it's more than 7 or 8 A1C level. But strong foundation, I believe, takes up to like 13, I believe now, which is unheard of. So this is incredible. Your term is less lenient, but also the pricing is cheaper. So clients who are looking for more of an affordable term policy, this is a great non-medical product that I use. They have a non-medical and a medical product. We mostly use it for non-medical product because 99% of our products are non-medical. And you can look at the underwriting guide and take some time to learn about it. Now, let's go to the Forrester's website. So I clicked on the agent login and let's go ahead and log into Forrester's. Oh, send an email. PIN verification 2376. I'm gonna share with you how to build a massive value when you're selling Foresters. So let me say this. If a client is looking for will, they want to create a living will or they want to create a trust. Those usually you have to go to an attorney or somebody that can help you with that. And it costs anywhere from $500 to a few $1,000s, depending on if you're just doing a general will or you're trying to do more of a family trust. But those cost a lot of money. And for us, we can actually give our clients an opportunity to get those for free. So if they become a Forrester's client and they at least own one product with Forrester's, you can automatically get the Forrester's member benefits. And one of the benefit is called the LawAssure. And what it does is that it actually gives the client the uh, the help with the different legal services that's included in the member services already. And one of the things that I realize is that a lot of clients want to have a will, a lot of clients want to have a trust, but one of the biggest reasons that they don't is first, they think it's very expensive, and number two, they also know that it is quite a complicated process. So that kind of makes the client not really, actually look into that. So when you scroll all the way down, you can see member benefits LawAssure. When you click on that, it's going to have a quick video and you can watch this and what kind of benefits the LawAssure benefit provides for our Foresters clients. So that's a very good video for you to watch. And if you see, do you remember I told you about like you get a non-tobacco rating if the client uses cigars, pipes, chewing tobacco, nicotine patches, or anything like that. So if you want to learn about it, it's there. And let me go up here. And they have a lot of great details on here. So look at the specialty markets if you wanted to learn about that. My products, so you can see all the different products that are offered by Foresters. And I just went over that right here. And then knowledge zone. So this is the different trainings. You can also look at the certificate details of the clients that you're writing business with. Diabetes underwriting, it has a specific underwriting where you can find out if the client can qualify for based on their diabetes. Accelerated underwriting, so to qualify for a non-med product, what they can get. And when you click on My Biz, there is all the breakdown. So if you wanted to look at your compensation and commission statements, it's also right here. If you want to use a mobile quote to quote the client, it's also right here. So, and then also there's trips that are happening right now. So you can look at Puglia, Italy. They have a convention based on how much business that you're writing with them. You can look into that. Okay. And then something else like here, I'm gonna show you, let's go ahead and search it. Okay. So let's go to the member benefits. So we're going to click member benefits and we can go into some of the details of that. Other than the LawAssure, which gives the client the opportunity to get um, the will, the power of attorney, the trust, there are some other added benefits. One of them is called a community grant. So if a client is looking for a community grant where they are, is it working? I think it's just taking time. Yeah. So there you go. Let me just click on that. So the other benefit that the client get is a community grant. And community grants, if you have a passion for helping the community, like let's say you are a believer of a nonprofit organization, and let's just say as an example, few of the agents in Symmetry, they actually have a policy themselves, and every year they request for a community grant. And the way it works is if there is a school that has a messed up baseball field, and we wanted to help them fix that because they just don't get enough funding from the government or the school that it's just not really a usable baseball field. So then they got together and they bought the equipment and things like that to make it. And what they did was they actually utilized as also a marketing tool, and they contacted the baseball the team's parents and said, "Hey, we already got all the, materials and things to fix it, but if you can just come out and help us, we'll really appreciate it so we can fix this baseball field." And they had like 20 parents to come out, help them fix the field. And also, obviously, if you're helping the community, the parents gonna think like, wow, like why are you doing this? And they're gonna want to learn about your business. So then you're gonna say, yeah, we help clients with protecting your asset. And also, one of the benefits our clients get is that you can get a community grant, which you can help to better your community. And you could potentially earn business that way. So it's an incredible tool. So anything from a $10 a month policy, accidental policy, to a children's bright future plan or an infinite banking policy, any of those policy, client gets one, they can have access to these benefits. Okay. So LawAssure, when I told you about the wills, power of attorney, healthcare directives, living trust, and a pet trust even. I haven't seen that before. They just added that. So that is something that is available. And if you want to watch that video, this is going to link to the same video you saw earlier. And it's going to explain about how and what it is the best fit for. And if you wanted to also take a look at some of the other things, take a look at the Go app. So this is another app that the client can use, and they can actually look at the different rewards that they can earn by using the app. And it actually promotes healthy living for the client. Member discounts. So they get discounts and variety of different, brands. So this is incredible. Cashbacks and discounts. Competitive scholarships. So if a client has a child or a grandchild and they are wanting to go to college or they want to go to university or a trade school, and you can apply for different scholarships based on their academics. So this is something that you can also get for your clients' children. And it could be a few thousand extra dollars, and it all helps, right? And Foresters as itself is a fraternal organization, and they're also a nonprofit organization. So they have to also give out a lot of money, right? Because they're not for profit. So they offer so many community grants, scholarships, and you can take advantage of this. And during the time, and I have a really amazing story, one of our clients, she's a single mom. Her husband died, got shot, and passed away. And she has one son that she was raising. And during COVID, financially, it got really tough for her. And she requested for like a help from foresters, and they actually paid out, I think, $1,000, and that was really able to help her. So variety of other benefits come with it as well. And Foresters Care Grant. So if you have a local community, this one is a smaller one, like a $200 grant twice a year you can apply up to every 6 months. So if you want to host a food drive or buy groceries and donate it to a local shelter, cleaning up a park, supporting relief for a natural disaster, and you can apply for those as well. And they will send you a card, and you can use that card to buy those things and provide those services to your community. And the volunteer grant, this is also incredible. So if you're gonna go ahead and replenishing libraries, a first aid kit, one of the thing was backpack for going back to school for children who have a low income, coming from a low income family, things like that. And what's amazing is that the biggest one is up to $1,500 per, 6 months, every 6 months. So you can apply up to $3,000 a year. $1,500 in the first half of the year, $1,500 in the second half of the year. And on top of that, you have the Foresters Care Grant, which is an additional $200 twice a year. So you can get up to $3,400 community grant for you to serve the community. Okay. So I love that. Something else that I love about this member benefit is the orphan benefit. This is incredible. So if your clients get a policy with you through foresters and they have two children, hypothetically, and the parents were in a serious car accident and they both passed away. Now children become an orphan. Somebody needs to take care of them. So let's just say the grandparents are gonna take them in and raise them. It costs a lot of money to raise children nowadays, right? So if they become an orphan, foresters will pay out of their pocket $900 a month per child until they turn 18 to support them financially. And orphan scholarship, they can get up to $6,000 per year per child to support them. And it was an incredible experience. One of the conferences that we did in Denver, I was able to meet one of the orphan children who grew up and they actually received this benefit and they're going to college. And it was an incredible experience just to see how these benefits actually serve a family to help them in the times of needs. So this is also available. And if you have a client who has many children and they're really worried about if they pass away, the children will not be able to, live by themselves and they need support, this could be a really great selling point. So how would I present this? I'm talking to a client and let's say you actually love the Mutual of Omaha IUL or America IUL just because the pricing is a lot better than maybe the Foresters one because they're pretty healthy. Now, you still want to give this benefit to the client. Then what I might just recommend you to do is you can go to My Biz, go to mobile quotes, and give them uh, a small policy in place, and they will get all these benefits together. But I wanted to give you a heads up. The accidental policy, which is the cheapest option that you can offer to the clients to get the benefits, you do need to have a health license to do that. So if you don't have a health license and want to give this to the client, there's a couple different ways to go about it. You can write a bright future plan on a grandchild or a child of the client. And just by getting a child policy, you get the member benefits. Or they can do a Advantage Plus, the participating whole life policy for infinite banking. They can do a final expense, accidental death policy, which I was talking about, or a term policy or universal life. But if you are health licensed, I'm going to show you how affordable it can be. So let's just say client is 50 years old, male, and let's go to Nevada as an example. And let's just say $100,000. Get quote. And this accidental policy, you do need a health license for this. But if you do, you can even add disability income up to $2,000 a month, return a premium where the client gets all their money back if they don't die of an accident in the next 20 years, things like that. Now, when I calculate this, take a look at this price. 50-year-old male for 100,000 accidental coverage is only $16. So let's just say the IUL you sold was a 150 a month. You can add this to it, then it's only 166 a month, but now you're giving all the benefits like the trust, the, you know, let's say they want to set up just a will. If they wanted to utilize the community grant, all these are added in the benefits for no cost member benefits. So this is how really smart agents are doing to build that value for the clients. And to me, if you and, I know already just in our agency, there are many people who are involved in nonprofit organizations. And so if you wanted to give back to the community, maybe like a turkey drive during Thanksgiving, then you can apply for it and also provide those things for the community. Okay? Any questions? No questions?
Um, if
Yeah, you have a question?
yes, if the um, client wants, can can a client get for their children who is out of the country to protect their children who may currently not in the US?
Yeah, so that's a good question, MJ. The insured will have to be in the United States to qualify for this plan. If they're in the United States at the time of the application, even if they were to live somewhere else, it's okay. But if they are not here in the United States, then they can't technically get this policy, even if the owner of the policy is here. So that's just legally, that's how it works. But let's just say they live in another country and here back and forth, then I would just recommend them to be here physically when they apply for this. But even if they were to leave the United States in the future, that's okay, as long as they got it while they were here.
What about if your prospect client is like you said, 3 consecutive years has been here and they don't have legal uh, issue on their status on, you know, immigration and all that because you have a
So
policy or
yeah,
something.
minimum. So it's okay, MJ, to not have like Social Security. It's okay to actually, not have they could be illegal here. They don't have like a visa. Maybe it's expired visa, but as long as they have an IT number here and they are paying taxes, they should have a TIN number, tax identification number. And as long as they have that and they lived here for more than 3 years, then they could qualify. But if they have not lived here for more than 3 years and that they don't have a job or they haven't paid taxes, so they don't have a TIN number, then yeah, that's almost impossible to get any type of coverage with any carriers in the United States.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions? Okay. So I would say the blessing is that we are a brokerage and we have so many different carriers and products. And as an agent, that is a huge advantage. Many agents who are joining our company, they've been with a captive agency where they can only offer one carrier, like three products. And if they can't qualify, they have to say, I'm sorry, you have to go look for it somewhere else. But with us, you have so many variety of products so that if the client doesn't qualify for one, then you can go to the next best option. And with benefits like this is how you separate yourself from just being average to really making the client the priority and become an agent that gives a lot of value to your clients. And it doesn't cost that much. It could be an incredible benefit to them. And imagine the trust costs $2,000 just by setting this up. They can go into their LawAssure account and go ahead and update their information, who they want to name as a beneficiary, who they want to name as the trustee, trustor, and how their asset will be divided. They can put it all there. And now it's a free thing that they utilize. The only thing they need to do is they need to get it printed out and get it notarized, but then it becomes an official trust or a will. And I would say just there, saving them anywhere from $500 to a few $1,000s. They're just putting that money into protecting their family and getting them some kind of a policy in place for that. Okay. And oh, that's great, Rosario. You got your health license. So I would say this is a great product for you to add. And it's a great conversation starter, right? If you do have the license, you say, "Oh, by the way, John and Mary, I'm curious, have you ever thought about getting a trust or a will for your family? Do you have anything in place?" "Oh, you don't? Okay." And also you were looking into it. Why didn't you get one yet? "Oh, because of this or that." Okay. Yeah, one benefit that I really love about our product is that you get the member benefits, which comes with a free will or a trust. So if you get a policy with us and you get approved, then you can get these things. And now it sounds a lot better. And the $100 a month premium doesn't sound that much because of the value you're giving. And this could be an addition, or you can just write a big policy with Foresters. Whichever you do, you can give this benefits to your clients. And yeah, so check it out. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is the YouTube channel. So if you have missed one of the trainings, but you wanted to go back and watch it, you can go to the Kim Agency YouTube channel, and I posted here the different trainings and calls that we have done in the past. So different carrier training, product training, sales training. So you can watch that. I'm gonna see if we can just go ahead and share this here, and I'm gonna go ahead and send you this link so you can watch it later. I'll put it on the chat. Okay, so I just put it on the chat here so you can go back and watch it and use this. Okay, all right. If there's no more question, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just roll into doing some casework. If you have a potential client or a particular underwriting that you don't know exactly where to go to, then I can help you to prepare for those cases. Any case prep questions?
Are you asking for case prep questions for uh, uh, foresters?
No, any. This is now it's open. So if it's a question about this business or case prep, anything, I can help you with that.
Well, I'm going to save my help from you for a later measure. I'll take care of it a different way right now. Because
Okay.
I want the big bucks. I don't want the little bucks.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Oh, and so there are a few agents who had a family emergency come up. They had some like family death in the family. So there are two Ignite tickets that are available now. So this is what I'll do. Since it's somebody else that actually paid for the ticket, but they just cannot make it, if you purchase a ticket to be at the Ignite event, the ticket, I'll just put your name on it so you can be there and you don't have to pay for the Ignite ticket. Okay, so that's something I'm offering. It's going to be an incredible event. I know there's some agents on this call that are really starting to get going. So if you're interested in coming, then let me know. Just message me privately. I'll go ahead and help you get that set up. But the ticket is usually $2.99 and it's you'll be able to get it for free, pretty much. Okay. So you let me know. It's going to be happening on it's literally in like 3 days. It's the Monday. Monday you come in. Actually, 17 and 18 is the day of the conference in Dallas, Hilton Anatoly. So if you let me know, so we don't waste the ticket. And if there is no case prep question in the next few minutes, then we'll just wrap it up. But thanks for joining the training today. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your week and weekend. And the next week, I will be, let me just go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah, so next Thursday, there'll be no Kim agency training on Thursday because I'll be flying back from Dallas back to Vegas. So just keep that in mind. So next week, we're not going to do it, but the week following on the 26th of March, that's when we'll continue with this. Okay. All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.